3 days ago, Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, filed for an IPO at $965 billion. Not a typo, $965 billion. 5 years ago, this company didn't even exist. Now it's worth more than OpenAI. And on Wall Street, every startup goes through stages of valuation, from a $1 million side project all the way up to a $1 trillion giant. Each stage has its own name in the tech world. Here's the full ladder. Simple. Stage 1, pre-seed. This is where everything starts. A founder has an idea. Maybe a college student, maybe an engineer quitting their job. They have nothing except a laptop and a plan. At this stage, the company isn't worth millions. It's worth maybe $100,000 to $500,000. The money comes from the founder's own savings, family, friends, or sometimes small grants. There's no product yet. Maybe just a website, a pitch deck, and a dream. Most companies die at this stage. The ones that survive build something people actually want. Stage 2, seed stage. The company now has something real, maybe a prototype, maybe a few customers. Now they raise their first official round of money, called the seed round. Money comes from angel investors, rich individuals, or accelerators like Y Combinator. Y Combinator is famous for this. They invest about $500,000 in early startups in exchange for 7% of the company. Their alumni include Airbnb, Stripe, Reddit, DoorDash. After the seed round, the company is typically valued between $5 million and $10 million. Still small, still risky, but now they have real money to hire a few people and grow. Stage 3, Series A and B. Now the big money enters. Venture capital firms, VCs, start investing. Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, Benchmark, these are firms with billions of dollars looking for the next big thing. In Series A, a startup typically raises $10 million to $30 million and gets valued at $30 million to $80 million. They've proven the business works. People are paying. Revenue is growing. In Series B, they raise more, usually $30 million to $80 million, and the company gets valued anywhere from $80 million to a few $100 million. Now they're scaling fast, hiring aggressively, expanding to new cities or countries. At this stage, the founders are getting rich on paper, but none of the money is real yet. They can't actually sell their shares until the company goes public or gets bought. Stage 4, Soonicorn. This is one of the cooler terms in tech. A Soonicorn is a company on the verge of becoming a unicorn. That is, hitting a $1 billion valuation soon. At this stage, companies have raised hundreds of millions. They're growing 100 to 200% per year. Investors are circling. Everyone in tech knows their name. Examples in the US right now would include companies like Perplexity AI for a while, Glean Harvey AI, and various crypto firms. Each one is just a funding round away from crossing into unicorn territory. Soonicorns are the most exciting stage to watch. Most of them will become unicorns within a year or two. Some will stall, a rare few will collapse. Stage 5, Unicorn. This is the big one, the unicorn, a private company worth at least $1 billion. The term was created by an investor named Aileen Lee in 2013 because hitting $1 billion valuation was as rare as finding a unicorn. That's not true anymore. There are now over 1,200 unicorns in the world. America has the most, over 650, but it's still a massive achievement. The founders are now centimillionaires on paper. Famous American unicorns include companies like Notion, Brex, Plaid, Discord, and Canva. Many of them have raised hundreds of millions and serve millions of customers, but haven't gone public yet. Stage 6 is a Decacorn. A Decacorn is 10 times a unicorn, a private company worth at least $10 billion. These are extremely rare and very serious players. In America, Decacorns include Stripe, the payments company, valued around $90 billion, Databricks at $62 billion, Canva at around $32 billion, xAI, Elon Musk's AI company, at $50 billion. At this size, the founders are billionaires. The companies have thousands of employees.
They're competing with public giants, and they're usually being courted by Wall Street to go public.
Stage 7. Hectocorn. A hectocorn is 100 times a unicorn, a private company worth $100 billion or more. Until recently, this was almost impossible. Most companies went public long before hitting this number. That changed with AI and SpaceX. The biggest private companies in America today, what people call hectocorns, include SpaceX at around $400 billion, ByteDance, which owns TikTok, at over $300 billion globally, and now Anthropic and OpenAI in their own league. These companies are so big that going public is more about timing than anything else. They have more cash and revenue than most public companies. They just choose to stay private longer. Stage 8. The Pre-IPO AI Giants. This is brand new territory created by AI. 3 years ago, no private company was worth this much. Now there are two, Anthropic and OpenAI, and SpaceX is in the same ballpark. This is where the Anthropic news matters. 3 days ago, Anthropic filed for its IPO at a $965 billion valuation. They just raised $65 billion in a single funding round. Their annual revenue is $47 billion, up from $10 billion the year before. That's a 5x jump in 1 year. Anthropic is now worth more than OpenAI, which is at $852 billion. OpenAI is expected to file its own IPO in the coming weeks. SpaceX is targeting a $1.75 trillion valuation when it goes public. All three of these are about to become public companies in the next few months. Wall Street is calling it the biggest IPO wave since the dot-com era. 3 companies, all worth close to or over $1 trillion, all from a category that barely existed 5 years ago.
Stage 9. The $1 Trillion Club. Only public companies live here. 12 companies in the world are worth over $1 trillion. Almost all of them are American tech. NVIDIA leads at $5.2 trillion, Google at $4.6 trillion, Apple at $4.5 trillion, Microsoft at $3.1 trillion, Amazon at $2.9 trillion, Meta at $1.7 trillion, Tesla at $1.4 trillion. To put these numbers in perspective, NVIDIA alone is worth more than the entire stock markets of Germany, France, and Italy combined. These aren't companies anymore, they're economies. When Anthropic, OpenAI, and SpaceX go public this year, the $1 Trillion Club is going to expand. 3 new members in 1 year. That's never happened in stock market history.
Every company you've heard of started at stage 1. Apple started in a garage. Amazon started selling books out of Jeff Bezos' house. Even Google was just a research project at Stanford. Anthropic was started in 2021 by a few people who left OpenAI. The valuation ladder isn't just numbers. It's a map of how American tech turns ideas into trillions. Pre-seed becomes seed, seed becomes Series A, unicorn becomes Decacorn, and every once in a while, one company climbs all the way up to $1 trillion. Right now, with Anthropic filing for IPO, we're watching that climb happen in real time. That's the full ladder of American tech. And with 3 companies about to go public at $1 trillion valuations this year, it's about to get even more interesting. Subscribe. We make every complicated American topic simple.